See, this is what I have to deal with. Hey everybody, I'm, now official comic book expert Casey, and this is just still regular old Morgan.
Yeah.
Regular old Morgan.
Still Morgan.
And we're here to definitely not talk about the Seahawks, and definitely talk about some comics.
What's a Seahawk?
I don't know. I have no idea what a Seahawk is. I mean, I think it has something to do with that pigskin thing.
Is it that big bird thing I keep seeing?
Something like that. With like a 12 or something? I don't know. People are weird about that. But anyway, what we do know about is comic books. And most especially comic books that, kind of violent, kind of fun. Yeah. Usually colorful. But
definitely pretty horrifying.
Definitely
as a
pretty
prerequisite.
Horrifying. Absolutely. And you know what? We'll just start off this week with the most horrifying thing on the racks here. Well, that we're going to pick. From the ever-amazing Alex DeCampi and co. This is the next issue of Grindhouse. We finished up the 2-issue Prison Ship Antares, which was awesome!
Yes, if you didn't read it,
cool.
What are you doing?
Right. And this is Bride of Blood, Love, Murder, Revenge, with this great cover by Francesco Francavilla. And it's a damn good thing a woman wrote this comic, because if it was a man wrote this comic, it wouldn't have been published. So, kudos to you, Alex DeCampi. This is very awesome. It is terrifying in a definite certain way. The revenge is only a little bit here. There's just mostly horrifying bits, so next issue is probably going to be all revenge.
It's basically like the first 30 minutes of a 70s revenge flick.
Yeah.
Like, I Spit on Your Grave, Last House on the Left. It's that, but medieval. And definitely a big props to Deadly on Delivery. This is amazing. This needs to get made. The tagline, when her water breaks, all hell breaks loose. I would be first in line. Alright, on the more superhero-esque side of things, we have, from Marvel, the 14th issue of Jonathan Hickman's New Avengers, with this really, really sick cover with Doctor Strange with like 6 arms, some skulls, demons and crap. The inside of it is the exact same thing. Simone Bianchi is lending his amazing fantasy-tinged art skills to this. Doctor Strange finds himself, lacking a certain amount of power. Even as the Sorcerer Supreme, he's just like, I could use more.
Did he regain that title for
Yeah, totally.
Right, well, that's good.
It happened when they, killed Brother Voodoo and, all that business.
I love
How can you kill Brother Voodoo?
I know, that was some crap, Marvel.
But this finds Doctor Strange going to hell to, sell his soul. Because why not?
Well, Doctor Doom, beat the devil at his own soul, so...
Yeah. He had help, though.
Well, he did, didn't he? What else we got here? From DC, we have the highly anticipated and also kind of grotesque.
Yeah, very
Batman
grotesque,
Joker's
actually.
Daughter. We have some interesting, I'll say, pizza eating at the beginning of this. This is by Marguerite Bennett and Megan Hetrick. And I can't say I've either read anything by either of these guys, but the color in this book is amazing. This looks way better than I definitely thought it would. Joker's Daughter is spinning out of Catwoman and out of the Villain Month, which was, a couple months ago. But this is a one-shot. If you've been digging the Harley Quinn type of thing, this is definitely going to be, your cup of tea.
It's leading into a few more future Batman storylines. Expect Batman Eternal to play on that a lot. They're running this sort of Gotham Underground line, sort of. So, big network for criminals. If Batman gets to have his whole Bat family, then the criminals do something too.
Yeah. Not that they didn't already do Gotham Underground before.
Well, yeah,
just pick a book. Pick a book. Pick a book.
I don't want to. No book. Will, you.
Fine.
Hey, it's a very exciting week for Marvel fans. A lot of brand new #1s, all new Marvel #1s. And let's start it off with the brand new Ms.Marvel. Now, what's cool about her is Marvel's really going ahead with some diversity. This is going to be one of the first Muslim characters in the Marvel Universe to start her own solo series. It's awesome that it's diverse, but it's a gorgeous comic book by Adrian Alphona, beautiful art of Runaways, and it's written by a Seattle resident, G. Willow Wilson. So go check it out. Once again, it captures that it's a whole new 21st century take on what it's like to be a teenager who suddenly gets superpowers and trying to figure out their life. Really exciting. Come down, support this Seattle writer and the brand new Ms. Marvel, who's taken her code name. She's inspired by Carol Danvers. as we all are. A brand new another Marvel number one this week is Loki, Agent of Asgard. Okay, guys, all you people who want Loki to get his own movie, let's start by doing a little Loki support. Let's make his comic book a big new hit. Now, Loki is back to being an adult again, and he's on a weird new mission. Think of him as a omnisexual cosmic James Bond. Because in Loki, Agent of Asgard, he is on missions for the All-Mother. So he's going to be on all these real cool missions across the 9 realms. And the first thing she sends him to do is kill Thor and invade Avengers Tower. No problem at all. Really cool art by Lee Garbett. Really cool fun. If you love Loki, you want to check it out. It's a whole new take on the Trickster. Wolverine, there's always a new Wolverine. Seems like every year. But Paul Cornell, the last arc was awesome, killable. And so now it's payback time. Wolverine... He's got a whole new look, a new costume, and why is he working for these bad guys? Pretty scummy, low-life bad guys. So this is kind of a really darker rogue, even more rogue and darker Wolverine than you're used to. So why is he under the underworld? Really cool. I'm really excited about this. And Ryan Stegman from Spectacular Spider-Man, he's the new artist on this. So Wolverine number 1, again. Speaking of Marvel bad boys, The Punisher. Number 1, Frank goes out west, and a military hit squad is going after him. And this is by Nathan Edmondson, the same writer who did the brand new Black Widow. Issue number 3 is here this week. If he writes this as good as he does Black Widow, I'm definitely going to love this. Very, very, very excited about the new Punisher. Go get him, Frank. Not everything's a number 1. This is actually a number 10, but it's a .1 for the all-new Marvel Now. Chris Anka joins Brian Wood on this really cool story about the all-female X-Men team. They're fighting a weird new take on Lady Deathstrike and her sisterhood, which is kind of some weird members. But now they've unleashed this villain who you may remember from the first arc. You don't have to read the first arc, but it's really cool if you did. Really cool art. Storm at her best, and Psylocke and Rachel Gray. A lot of fun. Plus M from X Factor. She's in this too. Definitely check it out. And finally, a non-Marvel book, because I love this. One of my favorite new books of last year from Greg Rucka, Marco Lark. Lazarus. If you haven't, basically in a gist, it's a futuristic world where powerful crime families rule everything. If you're not in the family, you're pretty much waste. And Lazarus she's like a trained killer for her family program, but then when certain things start to go wrong with her family, she starts to doubt her mission, who she is. Really violent, really awesome. Greg Rucka, Michael Lark, Lazarus. Pick it up. Back to you guys.
Are you okay now? Can maybe Morgan talk? Can you get some round of applause from the audience maybe to encourage him? Morgan's legion of fans here.
I expect a sound clip to be edited in there.
Absolutely.
I hope you know.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm going to present to you here. This is another of the Guardians of the Galaxy pseudo-trade paperbacks they've been doing.
Right? Those aren't pseudo-trade.
This is Star-Lord Annihilation Conquest, which collects actually all 4 issues of Annihilation Conquest Star-Lord. You see, they switched it up there.
They did.
It was the mini-series that actually saw the formation of this incarnation of the Guardians of the Galaxy way back in the second Annihilation wave, whatever, that whole mess.
That was a while ago.
Really, really awesome art here by Timothy Green. I believe it's written by Abnett Lanning.
Yep. All that stuff was
actually Keith Giffen.
Holy crap!
Got some serious sci-fi comic pedigree going on.
That just got up the notch.
Yeah, it sort of sees the different members, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Star-Lord, all being prisoners in an intergalactic penitentiary who were broken out to form a sort of suicide squad against the Annihilation Wave.
Cool.
It's really awesome.
Sounds good. Gold Key makes a bit of a return this week under the Dynamite banner with Turok, Dinosaur Hunter, number 1. Some of you might remember him from that really awesome game in the 90s that was just like GoldenEye except with dinosaurs. But yeah, we got Greg Pak, who's been doing a lot of stuff lately, actually, it seems, in Mirko Kolak, and Turok is your basic, dinosaur hunter. What you're going to expect to see in here is Turok and Co. fighting dinosaurs, absolutely. I don't know if he has his magic bag anymore. He used to have this really cool, they made him like this medicine man type of thing back in Valiant in the 90s, where he had this cool like Mary Poppins bag where you could pull anything you needed out of it.
Oh, sweet.
But that was really cool. They probably didn't do that again.
Either that or they're going to take a 6-issue storyline to have him get it.
Exactly. But you also see a part of a dinosaur that, well, honestly, I never thought I'd see. Morgan may not agree with me, but you know what?
There's debate as to what the certain
There-
body
there-
part
there is debate,
but
but you know what?
You know, it's something you haven't seen if you haven't seen Jurassic Park. Come on. Just stand up there. Jeez.
Just leave it. Just
I
finish
will.
this out here.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Alright.
Ooh.
We've also got an awesome collection right here
Yes,
from
yes.
Oni Press. This is volume 1 of The Mysterious Strangers. I really don't know how to describe it. Psychedelic, sci-fi,
team
occult,
stuff.
adventure. It's very Venture Bros-esque.
Johnny Questy, yeah.
Feels like it could have been a Hanna-Barbera cartoon at
It
any point
absolutely
between the
could have.
60s and 70s, but
Yeah.
it's super bright and fun. They're aliens, they're goat-headed demon gangsters. I
Brought
don't
to you
know
by-
what more you want than that.
Chris Roberson of iVampire or iZombie fame, and Scott Kowalczyk, who did the Intrepids, which had giant purple gorillas, cyber gorillas.
And there's totally some kind of gorilla, robot, octopus beast thing in there.
It's very cool. Collects all 6 issues. And the cover of the week, this week. Oh, yeah. Before that, though, we should probably get to Anna.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah,
maybe, huh?
Ooh.
Yeah, probably should. You know, sorry, Anna. Okay, well, we'll let her have her time, I guess. Again.
Let's talk about books, baby! First up, we got the last installment, hardcover edition of IDW's Lock and Key from Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. Lovecraftian horror. I'm sure you've heard of Lock and Key. We're sad it's over, but you should pick up the final edition because you want it on your shelves with the rest of your collections. Next up from Fantagraphics, we have the new EC collection book from artist and author Graham Ingalls, Sucker Bait. It's full of those old classic stories that don't make a lot of sense, but are so fiendishly awesome in their horror. They're dripping with body parts and ooze and blood and everything horror that any filmmaker or author or artist has used post-Graham Ingalls era. It's amazing. Check it out. And one of my most excited books this week, Ant Colony from Michael DeForge from Drawn and Quarterly. It's a basic story of ants in a colony. Who would have known? But there's a lot of underlying levels of war and family and sex and everything that you could imagine takes place in the microcosm that is an ant colony, takes place inside that ant colony, but it's drawn in amazing, weird, colorful Michael DeForge style that makes every page humorous and sad at the same time. I love Michael DeForge, and you should too, and these are books you should check out this week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Monkey. Yes. And, so yeah, we're going back with the pug cover of the week here. Well, that's not even a pug. But yeah, The Punisher, #1, continuing the animal variants. Man. Continuing the animal variants that Marvel's been doing. I mean, look how cool he looks. It's a bulldog, and he's fighting, you know, monkey gangsters and pig gangsters with bacon tattoos.
There's a cat kingpin.
And there's a cat kingpin and a fox. Chris Samney, the very awesome illustrator that has brought you Daredevil for many, many, many months, has done this. So yeah.
This t-shirt's even got a little dog skull on it.
It does have a dog skull. It's a good touch. But yeah, you know, so that was our slightly unprofessional, you know, whatever. thing
I'm
this
still
week.
recovering from the Super Bowl party. I
You
lied.
know.
I watched the entire thing.
I avoided it and the drunk people that scared me on the streets.
That's because you have no pride for this city.
I hate you more.